In a country filled with bustling cities and busy highways, there are still places where time slows down, where nature reigns and human footprints are few. These are the wild corners of the United States, where silence stretches for miles. Wildlife thrives, undisturbed, and adventure calls only to the brave. Join us as we uncover the top 10 most remote places in the USA. The hidden lands where wilderness still whispers. 1. Gates of the Arctic National Park. Alaska Gates of the Arctic is larger than some U.S. states, yet barely touched by human development. Located entirely above the Arctic Circle, it offers dramatic mountain peaks, icy rivers, and incredible solitude. This is true frontier country. No roads, no trails, no established campsites. Visitors fly in on bush planes or hike for days just to reach its border. You won't find cell service, but you will find grizzlies, caribou, herds, and northern lights dancing across pristine skies. Kalaupapa Peninsula, Hawaii. On the northern coast of Molokai, the Kalaupapa Peninsula is isolated by towering sea cliffs, some of the tallest in the world. Once a remote leprosy settlement, today it's a historical and natural wonder accessible only by small plane, boat, or a steep mule trail. The surrounding ocean is wild and powerful, and the land remains virtually unchanged. With its rugged cliffs, deep history, and spiritual silence, Kalaupapa is like stepping back in time. No crowds, just the sound of water dripping off your paddle. With few access points and minimal infrastructure, it lives up to its dramatic name. Getting in is hard, getting out is harder. 3. Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness, Idaho. You'll need a plane or a serious 4x4 vehicle just to reach its inner boundaries. This is wild America at its most dramatic, one of the largest roadless areas in the lower 48 states. This wilderness spans over 2.3 million acres. It's accessible only by boat or seaplane. It features steep canyons, wild rivers, and endless forests. The Salmon River slices through it, offering rafting, fishing, and glimpses of black bears and wolves. Camping under a canopy of stars, with no light pollution for miles, is a rare privilege. 4. Boundary Waters, Canoe Area, Wilderness, Minnesota spanning over 1 million acres. This watery wilderness is a maze of lakes, rivers, and ported trails that weave through northern Minnesota's boreal forests. It's a labyrinth of canyons and rock formations that require 4WD navigation skills and preparation. Accessible only by canoe or on foot, the area is a paradise for paddlers seeking silence, solitude, and encounters with loons, moose, and wolves. 5. Wrangell-St. Elias National Park. Alaska grizzlies, mountain goats, and solitude are your primary companions. Just the rhythmic sound of waves and the feeling that you've left the modern world far behind. The largest national park in the USA, Wrangell-St. Elias, is 6 times the size of Yellowstone. Despite its massive scale, it receives very few visitors. It's difficult to access and even harder to navigate, with few established trails. For those who seek complete isolation and dramatic beauty, Owyhee delivers. It's home to 9 of the 16 highest peaks in the country and boasts glaciers, fjords, and remote mining ruins. 6. Dry Tortugas National Park, Florida, located 70 miles west of Key West. This park is a remote island chain surrounded by crystal clear waters and coral reefs. Home to the 19th century Fort Jefferson, rare seabirds, and vibrant marine life, the Dry Tortugas offer both history and stunning isolation. Cumberland Island is accessible only by ferry and has strict visitor limits. Like this video if solitude speaks to your soul. Subscribe for more top 10 USA nature adventures and remote wonders. Ruins of historic mansions, wild horses roaming the beaches, and moss-wrapped forests define its otherworldly charm. 7. The Maze District, Canyonlands National Park, Utah, known as the most rugged and remote district of Canyonlands. The maze is not for the casual. Days can pass without seeing another soul. The red rock landscapes, petroglyphs, and silence make it a hauntingly beautiful escape for experienced adventurers. 8. Beartooth Mountains, Montana, Wyoming. While parts of the Beartooths are accessible by the scenic Beartooth Highway, many of its alpine basins and glacial peaks remain untouched. Backpackers can go days without encountering another human while crossing through rocky passes and high-altitude lakes. 9. Cumberland Island, Georgia, a barrier island frozen in time. There are no shops, cars, or cell signals. 10. Owyhee Canyonlands, Oregon, remote, rugged, and often overlooked. The Owyhee region is a wild blend of high desert, deep canyons, and volcanic formations. Yet its remoteness protects ancient petroglyphs, hidden hot springs, and nesting raptors. These places aren't just hard to reach. They're hard to forget. In a world constantly buzzing with activity, these remote landscapes remind us of something vital. There is still wilderness in America, still silence, still wild corners where nature rules. Which of these wild places would you dare to explore?